Hey, check it out. So today I'm trying to convert this old Teisco, probably called an audition or something, so that these switches do not work anymore. But you'll be able to get different pickup combinations in another way. These are just unreliable. They soften up over the years and they don't stay where they're supposed to. There's little things you can do to try and get that to happen, but man, it's just, they crumble apart inside there. So what I do is I put in these push pulls here, and that will allow you to change the pickup combination. So basically on off here, and then on off here, and then the middle one is going to get blended in with this volume knob, and this is a master volume. So no tone knob in this situation here, and that's what the customer wanted. This is not for sale. This is customer's guitar. Pretty cool, right? Offset. Yeah, that cool headstock. All right, let's look at under the hood, because how do you do that? It seems pretty easy, right? Just run them to the off-on switches. But this guy really likes the sound of this guitar, and these old Teiscos, they were wired in series. So when you put two pickups on, that's a different thing than parallel. Fenders are parallel, and the two coils of a Gibson humbucker are series. So that's a different mid-range. I think all Dan Electros also have two pickups that are wired in series. So it takes a different switch, takes a different wiring too, and it's not as easy as parallel. Parallel is just obviously hook the hots to where the hot would go and the grounds to where the ground would go. But now you got to run one pickup into the other pickup and then still be able to shut each one off and on. So this is how I came up with it. And this is probably the way they've always done it, but I just thought of it in my head one day, like laying in bed thinking, oh, that's how you do that. Yeah. So here, let's look at this little picture here. Basically, you got two coils, right? And if you've done this before, you've seen it. The two coils have two wires that meet each other in the middle, and they usually get tied off unless you run another wire to that meeting and use it for your pickup tap, and that'll shut off one of the coils if you run this to ground. Okay, well, you can run, say this is the ground side and this is the hot side, right? You can run this pigtail to ground, or you can run it to hot, depending on which coil you want to turn on. So if you think of them as two separate pickups, you can do that same wiring. So this push-pull here, I am running the pigtail, which is the union of the two pickups, and I'm just doing neck and bridge, by the way. I'm leaving the middle out. The union of neck and bridge, I'm running that pigtail to hot here. So when I do that, it takes the pigtail to hot. And then I run a connecting wire of the pigtail to the other push-pull, and I run that to hot. So this one goes to ground, and this one takes that pigtail and sends it to hot. Works. I tried it, couldn't believe it. It makes sense, right? But it seems like something would go wrong once you try it, but it does work. So there you go. And now, the next thing I'm gonna do is take the middle pickup, and I'm gonna, I think I did, I hooked it up as a volume knob here, and that's gonna be blended in. Of course, when you do that, if you know anything about wiring pots, pickups to pots, you gotta wire the pickup to the middle lug, not to one of the exterior lugs. And then it will not shut off the circuit when you go to zero. If you run your pickup wire to the side lug, you'll ground out the whole circuit and it will not be a blend. So run the pickup hot wire to the middle lug and run the output of the pot from the side lug. Of course, it's different which side lug you use depending on right-handed, left-handed, but look at any wiring diagram and you'll see which one. It's this right-handed one here, right side. Okay, there you go. It's confusing, but maybe if you do this sort of thing, it'll make sense to you. And you know, converting an old Teisco with unreliable switches. Now we're going to leave those switches because they look great, right? But we're not going to be able to use them. You're going to do everything over here in the future. A new idea. There you go.